It takes so much time and effort and energy to pretend to be someone you're not when you can just stop, chill, and allow yourself to just be without passing judgment, without realizing there's no wrong or right to who you want to be. There's just you. You are just being. And so this year was just about me being. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I've had the time of my life this year. Hello, beautiful people. Don't mind my room because it's a little messy behind me, but that's okay because I'm here, so that's all that matters. I keep looking at myself to make sure the lighting's okay. I'm just gonna scoot my ring light back a little. Is that better? I don't know. I feel like this video, I'm like super close and personal with you guys, but that's okay. I'm kind of whispering because my niece is asleep, but my camera says you guys can hear me good, so I'm just gonna assume that you guys can hear me good. Can I get a thumbs up if you can hear me good? I just wanted to come and talk about my year this year. 2021. Wow, I'm ashy. Ooh, I feel like I'm always ashy when I come talk to you guys. And I'm talking with my hands because I did my nails. And I'm gonna do videos on my nails and the kit that I use because I got it for Christmas and I'm literally obsessed. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about this year, basically just like a year in review for me. This past year has been like applying everything that I've learned the past 3 years, and it's just, this year was really about newness and reinventing myself and trying new things, honestly. And that's honestly what my year was about. At the beginning of this year, I said I wanted to start dating again. At the beginning of this year, I said I wanted to meet new people. I wanted to travel more. I wanted to just try new things. I wanted to allow myself to become. And a big thing this year was allowing myself the space I needed to feel comfortable, to accept myself and love myself for whoever I wanted to be when I allow myself to naturally just flow. And I know I say that phrase a lot, allowing myself to just naturally flow, but I think that's really important when it comes to your self journey, because I don't know, just if you're passing judgment on yourself all the time and being so hard on yourself and putting pressure on yourself to change and be someone that you're not, like, no one wants to be living that. It takes so much time and effort and energy to pretend to be someone you're not when you can just stop, chill, and allow yourself to just be without passing judgment, without realizing there's no wrong or right to who you want to be. There's just you. You are just being. And so this year was just about me being. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I've had the time of my life this year. This year, like I said, was about trying new experiences, and with those new experiences brought new memories and new opportunities and just new paths to find myself. And I am so grateful. I've drinking before. I wasn't really a partier in college. Like, I went to parties. I was more of like a kickback, chill, like vibing type person. So I never really had like a party phase for myself in my life. And I'm not saying that everyone has to have a party phase, but I think having that phase in your life where you're just carefree and just go with the flow and you're social and you're just doing this and going here, I think that's important, especially in your 20s when you don't have any obligations to anyone but yourself if you don't have kids. I have a dog, so that's really my only obligation, is me and my dog. But it's nice, like, I really realized, like, the time is now. Like, the time is now. The time is now. And there's no sense in waiting for these wonderful times to come around when you can just create them now in the present. And that's what I did this year. I just created my now in the present. This year I definitely tapped into my social, I'm not gonna say like I'm a drinker, but I definitely have drinking more this year than I have in the past like 5-6 years. And it's probably because my sister got married this year, and so we went to Miami in April. If y'all haven't checked out my Miami vlog, definitely check that out. But honestly, that trip set the tone for the rest of my year. That trip was, it was chef's kiss. I had no worries. Like, I wasn't checking my bank account. I mean, I told myself before I went on the trip, like, This is the kind of trip I don't want to have to worry about money. Like, however much it costs, let's do it. Like, no sleep when you're dead. Like, it's time to have a good time. And another thing that helped free myself this year and allowed myself to have a good time is dancing. And I know, like, to some people you'd be like, dancing, like, it's not that serious. But for someone who has always been insecure and self-conscious about the way they dance, because my sisters, like, if you know my sisters, you know that they can dance, especially my older sister and my youngest sister. I always used to feel so self-conscious dancing next to them, because it's just like, how are you doing that? Where did you learn that from? But this year, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna front with y'all. You know I'm always gonna keep it 100. I definitely practice dancing. I definitely practice on how to move my, you know, lower bottom better, more looser. And so dancing, you know, it's not enjoyable, like, going out to the club and stuff and you're just standing there. And I literally have been the type to just, like, feel so self-conscious about my dancing that I just don't. And this year I be dancing. Like, when we went to Miami, I was just dancing in the street, in the restaurants. I mean, if you've been to Miami, you know. Allowing myself to, like, physically express myself through dance and movement has been a very big thing this year. Also, allowing myself, getting in touch with the movement part of my body has been another thing that's been very important to me this year. I got into yoga. When I was not living with my parents, I was going to this yoga studio in Alabama, and that studio is just so beautiful. All the instructors there were just amazing. I've been focusing on myself as, like, a soul and spirit, instead of, like, working out to look nice. Well, I work out to look good, but more importantly, I work out to feel good. And I feel like making that shift and taking care of myself has really been, like, beneficial to my journey, because now it's not like, oh no, I'm doing this because I want to look good. I'm doing this because I want to mentally feel good. I want my spirit to be well. Like, I want to have peace. And I feel like that's really been a really, like, big, like, turning point in my own self-love and self-care journey. Being able to flip it from worrying about the validation from the outside world on my physical appearance versus worrying about my own validation in my own mental space. And it's honestly done wonders. Like I said, this year has just been one for the books for sure. Like, a lot more social, going out, meeting new people. Like I said, I was going through a breakup. Man, this breakup has been like 3 years ago. So when I say going through a breakup, I more so mean, like, on my end, like, dealing with, you know, my own hurt and stuff. But dating, I really wanted to start dating again, and I did this year, and that definitely has helped grow me as a woman, because the first guy I dated after my last relationship, he was great. Like, he is such a great guy, and I hope he's well, and I hope he ends up with somebody that makes him just so happy, because he is such a great guy, and he really treated me well. I really appreciated our dating ship and our relationship and just friendship all around, because it really made me realize, like, wow, what I want is out there, and what I want wants me too. And, you know, like, it just helped me not to settle in my mind, and it just set a great tone for dating going forward in life. Because I'm gonna be honest, I've never really been the type of person to date only one person at once, but I definitely, like, don't put all your eggs into one basket, especially if they're not putting all their eggs into one basket, your basket. So you need to make sure that you're dating around, because I'm the type of person, I fall fast, and when I just focus on and date one person, it just is not healthy for me, and it just becomes toxic in my own brain. And so it's always best for me, unless I have, you know, of course, the mutual understanding between the other person I'm dating. Like, if it's exclusive, it's exclusive, but it's always best for me, I feel like, now moving forward, to date around and talk to many people. And I would just always hear that, like, talk to other people, talk to whoever you want to, like, date, like, you're young, date. And I never really understood the importance of dating around and not, like, settling down and not being so dang focused on a relationship until this year, when I took people's advice and started dating around and dating more than one person at once and not putting all my eggs into one basket. And now I'm like, oh, that's what this is like. That's what this is supposed to feel like. This is what dating is supposed to feel like. And yeah, I've never liked, and I realized this last night. I don't know what I was thinking about, but I was just thinking about that. I've never liked as many people as I have this year, like in 1 year. Like, I always like find one person and like am stuck on them for forever. Forever. We don't even have to be dating and I'm head over heels already. But this year, I've liked so many different types of people. Yeah, I'm not even gonna correct that because yeah, just like, wow, like I proved to myself like I can let go in a healthy manner, because letting go honestly has been always a hard thing for me, whether it be in relationships, friendships, just things that don't serve me well, bad habits. Like, I struggle with letting go, and dating more than one person at once and, you know, keeping my options open has definitely helped condition me to be able to let go peacefully and without like resistance. And I feel like letting go without resistance is definitely a very important thing in life, because life, as humans, we don't have the luxury of forever, and nothing is forever, and things come and go. And I feel like it's just always easier to learn that lesson before, you know, you're forced to learn that lesson. But yeah, this year has been phenomenal. I can't even lie. I've been traveling. I went to New Orleans, and I've never been to New Orleans, and that trip within itself was just, all the trips I took this year was just spectacular, just mind-blowing, really like soul forming. Like, the Miami trip was, like I said, it set the tone for everything moving forward this year. And then I went to Chicago for my birthday, and boy oh boy, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is, okay, what I'm about to tell you guys is not like me. Like, I can be a shy person, but I can also be very extroverted. It just really depends on my environment. When it comes to guys, like, I can be shy, but I can also be extroverted. I guess it just depends on my level of comfortability and yeah, whatever. So my birthday, I went to Chicago and I was turned. I'm not even gonna lie. I was about to take myself to the ER the next morning on my birthday, because I was like, I think I'm dying. But that's beside the point. I met this guy at a club. It was actually my brother-in-law's brother's friend. He's from Chicago, so we met up with some people, and I met this cute guy at the club. And Mom and Dad, I'm sorry if you watch this, like, I'm not always like this. I just have been trying to live my life. But I ended up vibing with him, and I kissed him before I went back home. I kissed this random ass stranger. And that was actually my first time ever kissing like someone I just met like the same day. But I don't know, I was like, who are you? Who are you, girl? Who are you? Don't make a habit of kissing random strangers. That's not the healthiest. But I was having fun. That's all that matters. And this year has just been a year of fun, and I appreciate every freaking person who has been on my journey this year, because honestly, it's really like shaped me into the person I am. Like, each and every trip I went on this year, the people I went with, great people. Like, I feel like I really found myself this year. I really do. And as I look at the time, I don't want this video to be too long because I'm gonna have to edit it, and I don't feel like editing a long video. But wrapping up, another thing that's really like helped shape my year is allowing myself to express myself through my physical appearance. And I am going to make another video on this, because this topic has really like transformed my life. Allowing myself to do the things to my appearance that I was maybe a little self-conscious of, or just like thinking like, what would people think of me? Like dyeing my eyebrows. They actually need to be re-dyed because they're growing out again, but I bleached my eyebrows blonde. I remember one of my friends, well, we're not friends no more, but I asked her if I should bleach my eyebrows, and she said that I would look like an alien. She didn't mean it in a negative way, but I kind of took it like an alien. Like, I don't want to look like an alien. So I kind of was self-conscious about doing that, but I just woke up one day and was like, F it, I'm gonna bleach my eyebrows and see if I like them. And I like them. As you guys can see, I cut off my locks. Look at those waves. Women, cut off my locks of 6 years. That was a big thing, and I just recently did that. But I've just been so appreciative of the space I've been creating within myself to try out different things when it comes to my appearance. I also realized at the beginning of this year that I hide behind clothes, like particularly like bigger clothes, like baggy clothes that make me feel like I have space and don't hug my body, just make me feel comfortable. And I realized that, and I didn't want to necessarily, like, I think it's good like to wear sweatpants and like chill and have a chill outfit on, but like there's sometimes, like, this is just me personally speaking, there's just sometimes where like it's just like, okay, like put some effort into the way you're looking. And I feel like, of course, that definitely had something to do with my mental and my depression and where I was at, but I've really focused on like dressing up and just getting ready just to like, I mean, like, there's been times where I've had nothing to do that day, but I will get up and put on a full face of makeup and do my hair and put on a cute outfit for the simple fact that it makes me feel better about myself. And it really does. And I feel like that's really like changed the way I see and I love myself as far as my physical appearance, because I mean, it really does like make you feel better about yourself when you put some effort into your appearance. And I feel like a lot of the times they condition us to believe like, oh, putting effort into your appearance and caring about what you think is superficial and is shallow, but like, why? Like, putting effort into the way you look, that's self-care. Like, that's it. You see yourself as worthy as getting ready and putting effort and wearing nice things and dressing up. Like, so yeah, if I don't feel like putting on makeup, at least I'm gonna shower today and brush my teeth and put on some clothes. Like, even just the simplest of that. So I definitely have been experimenting with my physical appearance this year. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, 2022, I really feel like I'm gonna switch it all up. Like, I am going to tap into everything that I've always wanted to become and be and see myself as. And I cannot freaking wait. Me cutting off my hair was just the start, honestly. Another thing, oh my goodness, I'm like talking all around the place, and I hope you guys don't mind that I'm rambling, but I know it all makes sense, but it's like all over the place. But I redid my entire wardrobe. I didn't get to summer. No, I didn't get to winter and fall yet because money, and that is not, it's not cheap to redo your wardrobe at all. But I did redo all of my summer and spring wardrobe, and honestly that made me feel like 1,000 times better about myself. Like, honestly, having clothes that I don't feel like I'm hiding behind, that make my body look nice and hug me and curves me all in the right places. Like, buy some clothes that you like, that you actually like and you feel good in. Like, buy some clothes that flatter your body type. And that's just something I've been tapped into, and I think all of this has to do with like tapping into my feminine energy also, and just tapping into the power of being a woman. I definitely think this society like conditions us women to not give ourselves the credit and the praise that we deserve for simply being a woman. And yes, those words just came out of my mouth. Women deserve to be praised for simply being women, because being a woman is not easy, especially in this society and all the bullshit that comes along with being a woman. And this year I realized the power of being a simple woman. Well, not a simple woman, but I've realized the power of simply being a woman. The world literally bows at your feet when you're a woman, and I realized that power and the power that I hold from simply being a woman, and tapping into that and just allowing myself to be more soft and be more gentle and, you know, come off as like, you know, a doe-eyed ditzy little girl, because ignorance really is bliss. And I'm not saying walk around here acting stupid and just ignorant all the time, but ignorance really is bliss, and that's all I'm gonna say on that topic. But yeah, I tapped into a lot of things this year, and there's some things that I am not comfortable telling you guys about just yet. And well, it's not really just me being comfortable, it's more so about certain people seeing this, because I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I don't know what my future holds as far as career wise. So there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about on this channel, but I can't, because I, you know, have to think about the professional world and my career. But there's been a lot of stuff this year that I have tried. I've tried a lot of things this year. And I I am gonna get to the point where I feel comfortable telling you guys all of this about who I am as a person and my experiences throughout this life, but just know that I am experiencing life, and I'm so happy that I have opened up these doors for myself and allowed myself to experience all of these new wonderful feelings and things and people. It's been one hell of a year, and this year has by far been one of the best years that I've had in a very long time, and I am super appreciative of the space I've created within myself for myself. And I just thank God for this year and the growth that I've endured. Like my YouTube, like, wow, I gained like 5,000 subscribers this year, something around there, but I just am forever grateful. And I hope you guys had a good year too, and going into 2022, I hope you guys give yourself the space and freedom to be you and not worrying about what other people think, who's gonna stay, who's gonna come. Be you and let it be great. Yeah. So I hope you guys like this video. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel so when I do post new videos, you guys will be alert. Maybe even turn on that little notification bell if you're feeling a little feisty today. But I hope you guys are well. Love you guys. Peace and blessings always. Bye.
I'm now watching my TV.